Welcome back to the channel, guys. So this video I wasn't going to do outside, but honestly it's getting so hot right now, it's absolutely bonkers. So we're going to do this as a bit of a chat. We're going to take you through how much we spend on bills every single month as a couple in Dubai with no kids. All right, that's a caveat, because that caveat will become important a bit later on. And the reason why we're talking about this is because, as you know, if you're looking to move to Dubai, the cost of living is one of the big questions that you need to answer in terms of, does it work from a financial point of view? So hopefully by sharing this with you, you'll have this as maybe a barometer to go into your own research. If you're in the same situation as us, then this should be pretty spot on or close to spot on for your circumstances. If you're coming with a family, you need to factor that in. But before we get started on this, I start to talk about the numbers here. I want to do a couple of things. First and foremost, a number of you in the Telegram group have been to Dubai recently, and you have asked to meet me for a coffee, and you've been more than generous in saying thank you to me for my time. But actually I just want to say thank you to you, Paul, Charlie, because ultimately it's amazing and it's very, very rewarding that I have a small channel here, but we kind of have this community feel, or at least it feels like that to me anyway. The fact that you're here in your own time, spent money for your plane ticket, and you still want to spend an hour with me to ask me questions, to have a conversation. And what's been most rewarding is hearing your stories, how you found me, why you're looking to move to Dubai, what you plan to achieve here or hope to achieve here, and your whole thought process behind the move has been really, really nice to listen to and to hear. And the fact that you wanted to spend your time with me is just really amazing. Honestly, I've got a main channel with over 60,000 subscribers. I don't get this two-way feedback, so just to have that is absolutely amazing. I want to say thank you to you both. And if you are going to be in Dubai in Telegram group, I would love to meet you for a coffee and just get to learn a little bit more about you. So if you're not part of the Telegram group, go join right now. The second thing, and this is becoming a common occurrence now, but for a reason, I want to give a shout out to GenZone. Now, if you are looking to move to Dubai and you're going to do so by registering your own business, it's really important that you get the right help. And honestly, GenZone are a safe pair of hands. And I'm saying that because one of my coaching clients, Mel, has used them, and she could not speak more highly of Kevin and the team. And that's reflective of the fact that they've helped over 600 companies move to Dubai. Just look at their testimonials. Absolutely stellar. They're a safe pair of hands, and if you are serious about navigating the waters of registering your own business in a free zone or on the mainland, you need to make sure you get the right type of help. You can book a free consultation with them down using the link in the description and pinned to the comments. I remember back home we were paying something like £180 a month just for our electric and gas was £180 a month, and then we were paying about £20 a month for our water, so about 200 quid roughly for electric, gas and water back home. Over here, just for electric and water, we're paying 360 dirhams. I'm going to put the conversions for each of these up here so you can use that for your reference when following this video. It's not a lot, it's actually pretty cheap if you ask me, comparison back to the UK, 360 dirhams. The next thing I've got on the list, and this is going to be something that you will see when you get here, we're in a really warm climate. So air conditioning. What we've witnessed is the air conditioning bill has gone up from, say, December to now, and we're in May right now. And I think it's gone up because it's getting warmer and warmer outside. Literally over the past couple of days, for the first time, I've started to notice that as you walk out the front door, the humidity absolutely hits you. It's like a punch in the face. And it's only going to get hotter from here as we head into like July, August, September. So where we were paying a lesser amount, I'm not going to use that as the monthly bill, because I feel like we're probably going to see another 10% increase on where it is currently. But currently we're paying 295 dirhams for aircon. The next thing I have on the list here is the internet. Now, internet is expensive here. It really is expensive here. Back home, I was paying £80 a month for high-speed internet, and we had a TV package included. £80 a month. Over here, just for the internet, we're paying 450 dirhams. Now, that's an expensive package. As you probably know, my business is basically online. I work in this apartment pretty much every single day. So I'm doing online webinars, online workshops, coaching calls. I'm uploading and downloading things. I'm doing live streams. I'm doing all sorts of stuff. And one of the things that was really important to me was making sure that we had a provider that could give me the speed so that I didn't have any issues trying to fulfill my work obligations, essentially. So we went for a really high package. 450 dirhams was what we went for. Now, we're with Etisalat. There are two main internet providers here. There's Etisalat and there's Do. You can get internet via Virgin. We've got our phone bill with Virgin. And I've not really included that in this list here, but I probably should actually. And I'll break it down in terms of the monthly cost for you. But we've got Etisalat and Do. Now, depending on where you live in Dubai, you will get different coverage based on the provider. So where we are in Town Square, everyone recommended Etisalat as the best coverage for our internet, and that's why we went with them. Like I said, you could have gone with Virgin, but they use like a SIM modem type of system to deliver the internet, and apparently it's not as reliable, so I didn't want to take that risk. With that being said, it is a lot cheaper than 450 dirhams a month. Let's talk about phone bill, actually. So what we did, Ilona and I, is we got a contract the minute we landed at the airport. And at the time with Virgin, they had a 50% discount on a 12-month contract. So we paid about 1,000 dirhams roughly for a data and minute package, and we paid that up front. So 1,000 dirhams is this much. If you break that down into your monthly cost, if you don't get that same deal, if it's not available, that's how much your phone bill is going to be for data, so on and so forth. The next thing we have here, and Ilona's just come home. Hello, you all right? We've got gas. Now, with gas, we're not talking like gas to heat your home because it's already a hot climate. We're talking about gas for cooking, okay? So you have like a meter or cylinder, essentially, and Ilona tops this up. We top this up about 50 quid. It's not a monthly, 50 dirhams, I should say. It's not a monthly cost. So we probably top up maybe every 2 months. Oh, Ilona's saying we topped it up one time and it was how much? 100 dirhams for gas. So that's going to last you for however long, depending on how much you cook, essentially, for yourself. And a lot of people won't cook. They'll simply just have takeout, so on and so forth. We'll talk about food a bit later on because actually that is our biggest expense. But on gas, 100 dirhams. And how long has that lasted for?
Well, since we moved here, August.
So we haven't topped up that 100 dirhams since August of 2024. So gas for cooking is extremely cheap. Now let's get on to the most expensive bill that we have, and that is food. Now for food, we're spending around about 3,000 dirhams a month. Okay, 3,000 dirhams a month. It is a lot. When you're doing shopping out here, and Ilona will tell you more than I probably could, is everything is pretty much imported. So you're paying a premium for the fact that it is imported. You've got to get used to the differential between the quality of the produce. Like if you're used to a certain kind of like lean mint back in the UK, you're not getting UK mints here. The same thing with steaks. I think a lot of the steaks are from Australia, so it's a different quality of meat. And that can be quite an adjustment to make, and quite a difficult one if you're very kind of like stuck on a certain kind of like quality of meat or produce or whatever it might be. And also when you move here, you'll find that some of the household names that you'll know of from back home, if they are available in the shop, they're expensive because again, they're imported in. So what often happens is you've got to find a local equivalent, and it will take you a little bit of time to make that adjustment. Understand that, okay, if you're looking at, say, Walker's crisp, for example, you've got a crisp of X amount of the same quality, for example, right? There are so many ways and so many examples that I could give you here. But I think the moral of what I'm trying to say here is that you will have to navigate that as you get here. It's a definite adjustment for sure. What most people do here is they have takeouts, because sometimes it can be so much easier if you're on your way back from work to visit the food counter and say a Spinneys, for example, and spend for a meal what might be 25 dirhams, which is pretty cheap when you consider what you're getting and the portion sizes that you're getting for food. But our food bill is roughly about 3,000 dirhams a month on average. And that's because Ilona makes a really good effort in making sure that we actually have some healthy food and cooking in the house. So we do some shopping here. The other thing, we have cleaners that come in every single week. So back home, we were in a 4-bed, 3-bed, a 4-bed over 3 floors. It took a while to convince her to have cleaners, but we've been having cleaners for years now. And all it basically does, it just saves us time. not cleaning the apartment. And for us, they come in on a Friday, about an hour and a half. We spend about 360 dirhams on that service, and that's for the month.
4 cleans.
For 4 cleans. So 1 clean a week, 360 dirhams. And this is where people say that, yes, Dubai is expensive, but some things aren't expensive out here, which leads me on to petrol, fuel. It is so cheap to run a car out here. It's absolutely ridiculous. So Ilona, she goes from here to currently Murdiff, which is about 40-minute drive roughly. And how much are you putting in your car a week?
A full tank, which is 90 dirhams.
Okay, so a full tank, 90 dirhams. A full tank for 90 dirhams. This is
About 65-mile return, 65 kilometers.
right.
Journey.
So it's a 90 dirham for a full tank that will last her for the full week. So when you extrapolate that over the course of a month, what you're looking at, about 360 dirhams roughly. Okay. Complete. And that's going to work on a day-to-day basis. Now, for me, I have a slightly bigger car, but I'm not necessarily going out every single day. So I spend about maybe 250 dirhams a month roughly on petrol. It is very, very cheap. Now, with Ilona, she leases her car. So she has a monthly cost on that. I've not included that in here because we're just talking about the bills that we pay together as a household. I bought my car outright, so I don't have a monthly finance fee for my car. And I think when you're looking to move here, that's going to be a consideration as well. Are you looking to buy a car outright? Are you going to finance one? Are you going to lease one? Because you'll have to factor that in. And the reason why you haven't got a loaner's car bill in this is because it's not a joint bill. But for her Nissan Kick, she pays about 1,777 dirhams a month, which for me, I think is quite expensive for the kind of car that she has. But I have,
It's comprehensive insurance as well.
which includes insurance. All right. So what do we got here? We've got Diwa, aircon, internet, gas. We've got cleaners. We've got food. We talked about petrol as well. Now you will see some exclusions that may be apparent. So car is one of them, for example. We don't have children, so we don't have the additional cost of, say, food because we haven't got children. The other thing as well, I shared this in the video, we came into staff accommodation with her job here, so we don't have a monthly rent amount. But just to give you an equivalence, the rent on this apartment is around about 55,000 dirhams a year for what we have right now, 50,000 dirhams roughly. This is how much it is in pounds, roughly, okay? So if you were to add that into the equation, this is the total that you're going to get if we were to pay rent. Now, for the purpose of this video, I have not included that. Now, we are going to be moving in July, and we are going to have to rent a place. We don't know what the cost is going to be just yet. So I might do a little bit of an update maybe in July once we've moved to update the numbers, or maybe in August once we've been in there for a month to update the figures so you kind of know exactly what they are. But if we were to take out the rent element and we were to just talk about the bills that we're paying jointly, this is what the amount is per month. So again, if you're a couple with no children, this gives you an indication of roughly what your expected cost of living might be. Now, with us, we live a pretty boring lifestyle. Like I've already said, we don't really go partying, we don't really drink. If you want to do that here in Dubai, you absolutely can. I should probably mention maybe entertainment, because we do go out for meals here and there. We go to cinema, that kind of thing. I'll probably put in there maybe another 1,500 dirhams. So you're going to add that to it. This is what it would actually come to. But hopefully that gives you kind of an indication of what the cost of living is. This is what it looks like for us. I hope you found this useful. And again, if you are not in the Telegram group, go join it. It's absolutely free. It's great now because we've got a sense of community where people will ask questions and I don't necessarily have to answer the question. People will have their own input into, well, we use this person, we use this service, and it's great. It's really, really good. It's free. Go join. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I will do as much as I can in terms of helping. Thank you again to Paul and Charlie for your time whilst being here over this past couple of weeks. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.